it's party time, Mom. Welcome to another Thursday episode off the rails, headed into the weekend. Bam! Going to be a wild one on the Chad Prather Show. Studio 22, the mothership. We are flying into the nether regions of all things lost white people, and I can't wait to talk about it. The Puppet Master Mark is at the helm. He is flying us deep into the woods of Florida. I don't know what all you could find out there in the woods of Florida. I don't know.
Oh.
By the time you're watching this, guess what I'm doing? Killing alligators down in South Texas. That's what I'm doing. That's right. This is a pre-tape.
Well, you just blew it.
I did. I just blew it. But hey, it's okay. Chris, Super Mario Cruz, is over there telling me what to think, telling me what to say, telling me how to feel.
I love that nickname.
And I feel good, Super Mario. I feel good. Sara Gonzales is in the hot seat. Sara, glad you're here. And I want to talk about something so important, your vacation.
Yeah.
You just got back from vacation.
That is important.
How was it?
Not a vacation.
Was it not?
It was not.
Because you have kids?
Yeah.
Like it was work.
I would have rather been here. The whole thing was work. Went to Universal Studios in Florida, toting an 11-month-old around with a 9-year-old. Can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go? Can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this? It was torturous. Completely torturous. Bless you. I thought it was going to be
you
quiet.
You said your
and
kids and I sneezed, so that ought to tell you where my allergies lie. Keep your kids away from me.
Which, by the way, we were not planning on taking, because people go, why are you taking an 11-month-old to Universal? Well, because the whole world shut down last year when the trip was planned for.
Right. So I used to love going to Disney with the kids when they were little. I mean, that was like
little?
I took them when they were like old enough to understand.
Yes.
You have the wow
that's when you want to do
like,
it.
Yeah, little girls, right? And
yes.
Disney is the princess, Don't call your children princess. Yeah. Well, guess what? Mine actually are. And so we take them. It was like, you just love to watch the wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how was it with the masks and stuff like that? Was it bad?
It was not bad at all.
Good.
Of course, we are in Florida and it was Universal, not Disney. I've heard Disney is way more strict, but Universal, we didn't wear a mask after we got out of the airport.
Okay.
And really, I pulled mine down in the airport. So once we got off the plane, I didn't wear a mask again in Florida until we got back to the airport.
Yeah.
So it was not, there were, of course, were other people wearing them. The actors were wearing them.
Really?
Oh, my son, Sawyer, did the Ollivander's wand choosing in Harry Potter world, and Ollivander was wearing a mask the whole time. So I have it on video, and Sawyer, no mask, obviously, and then the man, big mask on him the whole time he's talking.
Well, you don't want to catch the muggles. Right? You don't want to get that.
That must have been what he was protecting
and lose
himself
your power.
from.
So you got to be careful with all that
That's
stuff.
true. Great point.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to be in Seabrook, Texas. Going to be at Barge 295. There's going to be, my microphone just keeps going away from me. It's like I'm chasing it.
I keep noticing that.
I'm like a girl that got dumped. You just keep chasing it.
Let's do a GIF.
Off the rails. Get vaccinated. I want to remind everybody, going to be there, limited seating, just only allowing 150 people. Thank God for the mandates. Only allowing 150 people at that show there at Barge 295, Seabrook, Texas. Come out, hang out with us. Steve Helms, Texas legend, and of course Ben McPherson, and the one and only Cooper Wade going to be with me. Then back on the campaign trail, back all over the place. Gosh, next week, campaign stuff.
I never see you anymore because of this campaign.
Everybody says that.
It's true.
I'm going to have next week. It's going to be very exciting. I've got my buddy Daniel Miller, who is the president of the Texas Nationalist Movement. People talk about secession. They talk about Texit specifically. He's the head of the Texas Nationalist Movement. We're going to tape on Monday, but he's going to be on the show on Tuesday. It's going to air on Tuesday. So if you have questions about Texit and Texas nationalism and Texas sovereignty, and there's a lot of questions. There's a huge amount of misunderstanding out there. Sort of like people who think that primary elections split the vote.
God.
Stop already. Stop. And Matthew McConaughey is not running for governor.
There it goes.
At least at this point, he's not running for governor in Texas.
No.
And he's not, okay? So I got a message yesterday who said, I understand that you don't have much support and it's going to leave McConaughey in office.
What?
I'm like, I don't understand.
There's
what
so many things wrong with that
gibberish. You don't leave a man in office
Leave
that's
him
never
in
been
office.
in. Anyway.
Wow.
I got more to say about this stuff. But anyway, Daniel Miller's going to be with us, so don't miss Tuesday's episode. It's almost like having Trump on the show. Almost.
Okay.
I mean, Glenn had Trump on the show. Trump was on Glenn's show this week.
Almost.
I want to say thank you. God bless you, Glenn, for having me. You hear a lot of talk about variants, masks, vaccines, but nothing about changing your lifestyle, eating habits, or what makes you a prime candidate for being sick. When I talk about this stuff, by the way, I get Facebook jail. The fact checkers go nuts when you suggest that there's more to being healthy than wrapping a mask around your head. Getting the jab, folks, common sense, common sense, common sense. Use Field of Greens. It's unlike any other superfood because it uses real USDA organic fruits and vegetables packed with antioxidants. It's going to support heart health, metabolism, blood pressure, and digestion, plus pre and probiotic. Great for everybody in the family. Give it to the little athletes out there running around. And don't rely on those other nutritional drinks, which only have one vegetable. Field of Greens is packed with 18 clinically researched essential fruits and vegetables. Taking Field of Greens is super easy. You put a scoop of it in a glass of water, stir it up, and drink it, and you're done. Tastes great, and you can get it easily at brickhousechad.com. Get 15% off with your order with promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad. Give it a try. Your body's going to thank you. Go to brickhousechad.com. Use promo code Chad, and we'll be right back. Now, the other day there was an interesting news story that I don't think got enough press. You found it on the Daily Wire. Do you still have that headline?
I do. It is Haitian migrants hijack transport bus in an attempted escape.
So, again, I hate being right about some things. When we showed you pictures of the Haitians there at the border, across from Valverde County, Texas, Del Rio, Texas. I told you this is a violent country. This is a violent culture. There are no safe places to go in Haiti. And by the way, those people don't speak Spanish. They're not coming from Spanish-speaking countries. They speak French Creole. Yeah. They mix their quote-unquote Christianity with animism and spiritualism and other stuff that you don't know anything about.
Which is not what you want.
Nope, you don't.
No.
So they speak French Creole. These aren't El Salvadorans who walked up. They had to come from an island nation across water. Somebody paid for them to get here. Somebody transported them. Somebody got them. Then they came up to the southern border. This is a plant. So anyway, I said if you Google Haiti and it says, are there safe places in Haiti? Google will actually say, F no, there are none. Like literally, that is a quote. It says, F no, there are no safe places in Haiti. Haiti, actually, let's do this right now, Sarah.
No way.
Let's Google. Let's Google.
Let's do it.
Haiti. Let's just Google Haiti. Okay. Let's see what the popular Google searches. Is Haiti a safe country? Allow me to read it to you. There are virtually no safe areas in this country. And you shouldn't relax anywhere in Haiti.
Oh, God.
The risk of violent crime is very real everywhere. And this refers to assaults, armed robberies, murders, kidnappings, rapes, and any combination of the above. So when you talk about these quote-unquote migrants, these sweet little migrants that are just getting whipped by DPS officers, these slave-owning officers, most of which are people of color themselves,
I love that you point that out.
Most of them are of Hispanic origins themselves.
Yes.
And they're supposedly whipping these black slaves, these Haitians.
Well, because, a lot of us are race traders.
There they are. Look at that. Yeah.
Is what I'm told.
Get back on that auction block. That's the mindset, according to Chris Cuomo. So these migrants, they tried to steal the bus, the transport bus. Yeah. You know what transport bus? Those are the white buses. Everybody in Valverde County, all of my friends down there in Del Rio, all of my folks down there that I've met with, that I've been with, same in Kinney County. Y'all know the white buses. Y'all know the buses. Those big white buses, they load them up and they just, in under cover of night, they just transport illegals all over the country. So the Haitians, from that sweet place called Haiti, they took a bus. They took a bus there.
So fun. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. It's funny because what else are you going to do at this point but laugh?
It's peculiarly funny. Like, it's like, oh, Like, really? Oh, no shit.
Right.
Like, we expected. Like, you know what? You're right. The poodle ate the chicken.
But don't worry, Chad. The only here, according to Psaki, not for a very long time on that press conference.
Well,
they're just passing through.
I do want to get to that. I want to talk about that.
Where do we suppose they're going? Canada?
And since you bring it up, go ahead and play the clip of Jen. I love
Where's
Jen.
the vice president on any of this? Isn't she
Condescending.
supposed to be addressing the root causes of migration?
Absolutely, and she has been addressing the root causes of migration by working with countries in the region to ensure they have the assistance they need to reduce the number of people who are coming
I'm starting to get
and trying
turned
to
on.
make those journeys across the
All
border.
right,
We've
stop
actually
it and play
seen
the
some
right one. I
reductions
was,
in some of
gosh,
those
it's
numbers.
something
Is
about
somebody
Jen Psaki's
asking
voice.
the
Just
foreign nationals
stop.
who are walking into Del Rio, Texas, and setting up camps on this side of the border for proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test?
Well, first of all, I can readdress for you or re-talk you through what steps we take.
condescending.
People who
Okay.
fly into the country. So if somebody walks into the country right across the river, does somebody ask them to see their vaccination card?
Well, let me explain to you again, Peter, how our process works.
Please.
As individuals come across the border, and they are both assessed for whether they have any symptoms. If they have symptoms, the intention is for them to be quarantined. That is our process. They're not intending to stay here for a lengthy period of time. I don't think it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. These are individuals, as we've noted and as we've been discussed. We are expelling individuals based on Title 42 specifically because of COVID.
Bitch, you know you lying. You know you lying. Jen Psaki. Wouldn't it be funny, like real peculiarly funny, if it came out that Peter Doocy and Jen Psaki were in a torrid love affair?
That actually would be great.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Yeah.
Like they just go at each other.
They have like hate sex.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Like, and
Well, they got to make up at the end of the day.
let me read some of this new best-selling pre-order book. Am I
Please.
Crazy?
What, Am I Crazy? Written by who?
Chad Prather.
Oh my God, I know
Chad
him.
Prather. And it's got Sara Gonzales' name right there.
I know her.
Yeah, I do too.
Wait.
This is a chapter called America's Pretty Great. This is why these Haitians are coming here. But again, they have no intention of staying, according to Jen Psaki.
Right.
There's no intention of them staying. Of
course not.
Because why would you wanna?
Please.
Why would you wanna?
We are very racist, xenophobic.
So I said, let me explain something that some of you might not like. America is pretty dang awesome. Now hear me out before you start building your big checklist of all we've ever done wrong. And we've done plenty. I want to remind you that your granddaddy didn't give Hitler the DDT so that you could whine and apologize for being American. Where you want to be. France is the tricolor planted on the moon? Nope. Yada yada, fill in your associated sense of victimhood here. More than 300 million people call the United States home and possess more liberty than we know what to do with. That's a lot of folks with a lot of diversity and a lot of damn opinions. Like fingerprints, no two are the same. It's no wonder we tend to get at each other's throats when we've forgotten that differing opinions are one of the things that built this incredible country. It's okay to be different if ultimately you can also share the same basic values and goals like liberty. Liberty is something we all better value above our differences. Liberty is the seedbed whereby our differences can exist, and also what reminds us that we are all still cut from the same crazy bolt of cloth. And no, I'm not giving credence to any form of extremism. That's not fundamentally American. That tends to be a minority of mouthy morons and is not in any way foundational to anything we're trying to accomplish. I'm talking about you and your neighbor, the real world you live in, and not the virtual cyber world of the 24-hour news cycle that funnels man's inhumanity to man into our daily field of vision and gets us lathered up like a hillbilly who lost his moonshine still. No, America affords us the right to pursue happiness. Not many places in the world do that. Doesn't guarantee us that we'll ever find it, but it definitely reminds us that there's nothing that can stand in the way of our ambition and keep us from potentially getting it. So go get happy, America. Remember happiness, chase it, strive for it, pursue it. Don't let any form of tyranny stop you from grabbing it. We don't do tyranny up in here, remember? Our forefathers knew that people need to be free and that power-hungry jacklegs would always try to steal it. So they created a system of government that guaranteed that power will consistently slip from the fingers of those who abuse it. That, in and of itself, ought to make you happy. It's okay to be happy, patriot. It's okay to show it outwardly. Pursue happiness, America. Value liberty. Celebrate life.
I love it.
Another sacred reading from Am I Crazy?
So
the Haitians aren't leaving.
No.
But they don't have to get vaccinated.
No, but if you're coming here on a plane the right way from Europe, you better show your vaccine passport.
Yeah.
You better show it or you can't get in.
Or if you want to go eat at the French Laundry.
Right. Well.
Unless you're Gavin Newsom.
Yes.
So, hey, where else can you steal a fully fueled bus? I mean, just a matter of time. And that thing's going to have spinners on the wheels. And it's going to be it's going to have hydraulics on the bus.
It's going
to be bouncing. They'll be serving gumbo out of the back of that thing. French Creole. It's Haiti.
Right.
This is the land of Cajun origination.
And it is amusing because you do hear, I've heard for the last several days now from the left, I posted a picture above the bridge in Del Rio before the Biden administration shut down all of the drones from flying over there. And people are saying, well, of course they want to come here. Wouldn't you want to come here for a better life? And it's like, just yesterday you told me this was the worst place in the world.
Right.
And now you want to tell me, of course they're going to come here.
Wouldn't
you?
For years on the live stage, I've always said, and I try to remind people of this, I don't have to read statistics or a history book or anything. I know America's great because there's tens of thousands of people lined up at the southern border trying to get in here.
No
we can't
kidding.
get a single celebrity to leave.
Exactly.
None of them they just want to bitch about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that drives me crazy.
And even the poor people are fat.
But hey, here's the thing. You talk about the Haitians, they don't plan to stay here, according to Jen Psaki. So they don't have to get vaccinated. Another group of people that don't have to worry about things like masks and vaccine cards is in response to a lack of masks at the Emmys this past weekend, LA County Department of Public Health said that its indoor mask mandate doesn't apply to film, TV, and music productions. Clown world.
Well, look, it's just that they're following the science and they just found out that COVID actually doesn't attack you when you are performing.
Right, or you're elite.
Yes.
Or you go to Obama's birthday party.
Yes.
Or when you're sitting at a table.
Right, when you're sitting at a
apparently
restaurant.
If you're standing in the restaurant, masked.
It attacks really bad.
Sitting at a restaurant, you're clean. But if
Yes.
you're a child playing on the floor at daycare,
Right.
you're totally unsafe.
Yeah, look, we don't make the rules, okay?
Yes.
The science makes the rules, and this is what the science says.
So since this is the beauty of America, as I just described in Am I Crazy? You can pre-order it now where books are available. Then we should all strive to be a part of the American dream of living as stars in film, TV, and music.
Yeah.
That way, maybe we can shake it with Shakira and get an invite to Martha's Vineyard to hang out with Barry Soetoro.
Yeah. Then you'll have really made it when you don't have to put a mask on your face. How sad is that?
Yeah. So I bring up these things so that when you're having a little debate, across the dinner table with your kid that came home from college and thinks that Bernie Sanders would have made a great president, but Bernie Sanders,
Not so much.
not so much. But they want to start talking about that, and they want to talk about you just remind them, say, well, nobody was wearing masks or anything at the Emmys, and they don't want you to vaccinate people at the border. So there you go. Seth Rogen even said, let me start by saying there are way too many of us in this little room. What are we doing? They said this was outdoors. It's not. They lied to us. We're in a hermetically sealed tent right now. I would not have come to this. Why is there a roof? It's more important that we have 3 chandeliers than that we make sure we don't kill Eugene Levy tonight. It's a funny joke. It's not funny.
See, you have to respect that a little bit more, though. At least he's being he's holding himself. Yeah, he's holding himself to the same standard, right? Yeah. It's still incredibly ignorant.
Yeah.
But at least he is holding the same standard.
A friend of mine posted a meme. It was a video meme of the zebra walking across the river. And it said, this is me just living my life, being free, not worrying about the haters, shooting my guns, not paying attention to the mandates. And when the zebra gets out of the river, the crocodile comes up after it and misses it. And the zebra never even knew, just kept on walking.
Oh, wow.
And the crocodile was coming after it, and the crocodile just kind of got pissed off and flopped back in the... By the time you're watching this, I will be killing alligators in South Texas.
Just going to say that.
Not everybody gets to go out and kill dinosaurs. Chad does.
What is that like?
Some things need killing.
Is it difficult?
Yeah, they're heavy, especially when they
What
get
do
to be
you
like
do with
12,
them?
13 pounds. Well, they do them for the skin. They get the skin. People go, oh my God. No, you have to, for conservation, you have to hunt them or you're going to have a problem.
Oh, yeah, you don't want alligators overrunning us.
No, we don't need that. So I'm going with my boy from Swamp People, T. Roy Broussard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, T. Roy's my buddy. Huge supporter of my campaign. Big time promoter of everything we're doing for governor.
But they don't like skin them on the boat.
No.
Like you just
No,
dump the
they
bodies
get 'em-
somewhere.
He's allowed so many tags.
Okay.
A year,
Right.
A season. So you have, every alligator has to be tagged.
Yeah.
You go out there and you do it. And I mean, kill some big ones. Like he's been sending me pictures just about every day. I mean, they're talking 12, 13 footers. These are monsters. These are big old alligators.
I completely support your right to do it. I just have absolutely no drive to go do that myself.
Yeah. We're gonna fill the boat up with them.
That's great. I mean, thank you for doing your part in killing the alligators.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate that.
You know what? That ought to give me some toxic male points.
Oh,
right
for
there.
sure. 100%.
Like really, I mean, you would think that panties would be falling from the sky.
Yeah, it's
true. At this
true.
point, just because. Which don't get me wrong, left to my own devices, I wouldn't know where to go find an alligator. But if T. Roy says there's one right there, shoot him. I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah, you're going to shoot him.
Like I can hit him. I guarantee you. Yeah. Anyway. Oh boy. God bless the alligators. They are also delicious.
That's
doesn't
true.
it seem like the world's against us from getting a good night's sleep? Let me tell you something. I am so excited right now. I went and I just made sure my bedroom at home, it is the most comfortable. Like I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to go. And the centerpiece is my Purple mattress. Purple mattresses help you sleep cool and comfortable no matter what the world throws at you. No matter how hot it is. My AC was out a couple weeks ago. I could still sleep on my Purple mattress.
Wow. That's huge in
Air
Texas.
comes through. Because it's got the grid of the Purple mattress. It's got that ventilated design that allows the air flow through the mattress, so it keeps you cool no matter what. It can be 1,000 degrees outside. You're going to feel great. The grid is amazingly supportive for your back and your legs, and it's going to cushion your shoulders and neck and hips, no matter how you sleep, whether it's on your back or on your side or whatever. You don't have to do that picking and choosing thing. Unlike memory foam, which remembers everything, the grid bounces back as soon as you move and as soon as you shift, so you don't feel stuck in your mattress like you do with memory foam. So I love it. I think it's fantastic, and I want to help you get your very own Purple mattress. You could try it risk-free with free shipping and returns. Financing is available too. It's comfort reinvented, folks. Get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/watchchad10. Use promo code WatchChad10. That's purple.com/WatchChad10, promo code WatchChad10. And go check them out. Terms apply. Be right back. So I just popped over here to Twitter because that's what I do. Houston Chronicle tweeted, Governor Greg Abbott is bracing for the toughest primary election of his career and most likely his toughest general election battle as well. Here are the challengers to know. Beto O'Rourke and Matthew McConaughey. Got pictured. First of all, those aren't his primary challengers. And Matthew McConaughey ain't running. It's ignorance, folks. They're trying. But no. It's ignorance on the part of us.
Okay, yes.
Because they want to keep pumping misinformation to you.
Yes.
And this is a perfect example where people just go, I get people from all over the country going, well, you're running against Matthew McConaughey. No, I'm not.
No.
So this person who said, McConaughey's not running. Why not show who is actually running, like Watch Chad? Mm-hmm. So it's crazy.
Oh, so you got tagged on that.
Yeah,
and because it is purposeful on part of the media.
Yeah.
They don't want to show you're way too conservative for them to be comfortable having you in office. So they want to make sure that people don't actually go and see what you're actually about. They might like it, Chad.
It's amazing how many people come to my events, listen to me, talk to me, and suddenly
you might
they're
win
like,
their vote.
And there's people who've come to multiple. Like I had a lady Monday night who came to me and said, and by the way, I'll be in Abilene on Tuesday night at the public library, the auditorium there in the public library in Abilene. The lady came to me. She said, I've come to a couple of your events, and after hearing you, she's like, I was for so and so, but let me tell you, I've changed my mind.
That's all they have to do.
They just come
listen to you.
Come listen to me.
Because I think once they come listen to you, they realize this is not a joke. This is very real, and you are very passionate about it.
And people think, they see the show and they see me tongue in cheek and go at things, and they think that that's what I'm all about.
No, he's just a comedian doing it for publicity.
No, there's a job. Like there's a job. Like if you work if you drain porta potties for a living, if you're in the sewer business, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I got a feeling you don't go home and start walking around checking your toilets. Right? Like you don't go home and be like, you know what? Well, I'm going to open the valve up on this a little bit more, turn this by about an eighth and get a little more flow going here. And maybe let's change the ball valve. And like, you don't do that. Like at home, you're you just want to
be,
So you're not what you do.
Right.
We tell everybody that, but people say, oh, well, they're not going to take it seriously. Might want to take me seriously. Come to one of those events. You'll see. We still have fun at them. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. But because
no
that's you.
No question about it. No question about it. No question about it. And I'm saying this. I'm on record saying this. People who come, they'll tell you, because they go to all these different political events, and they'll tell you, I'm the best public speaker of all of them.
Oh, it's not even close.
All of them.
It's not even close.
You think you've gone to these boring campaign speeches and political speeches, and you have? Come to one of mine.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about, before we move on, we talk about the Haitians that stole the bus. What about that old story? We didn't talk about it earlier in the week. The students that were forced to take a field trip on the party bus up in Massachusetts had stripper poles on it. Look at that!
Wow, that is quite the vibe for.
Bees don't burn in the kitchen.
What is this? High school students?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Prepping them early, like now to the main stage. Daddy issues to the main stage. Daddy issues. Y'all give it up to daddy. Bam 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 bam. On the bus with the homies, try to get a little cornhole in a hey.
Oh, Lord.
He did, man. Apparently there's a shortage, a national school bus driver shortage, so they had to get the chauffeur. The chauffeur of the bus had to take the kids to school. Whatever it takes, man.
You just say, look. The poles are just in case we have overflow and someone needs to stand and hold on to a rail. Just make sure you Lysol the rail before you touch it.
They should make them sit next to a homeless guy with one shoe on the city bus and make them get there the old school way. Oh, anyway, that's sad but true. But there is actually a school bus driver shortage. If you want to get a job. You know how hard it is to find people that want to work?
Yeah, I was going to say, why would they want to get a job when they're getting money from Joe Biden?
This is insane, man.
Why would they want to drive around a bunch of jerks, a bunch of tiny jerks?
And speaking of that, just a side note, something that I keep forgetting to bring up. Tomorrow, you can catch Vice President Kamala Harris on The View, not down at the border. Not learning, French Creole. But
can you imagine how much she's gonna laugh there?
God, they're gonna kiss her.
It's gonna be awful.
They're gonna kiss her ass. What was the thing with the deleted tweet? That was the mom, right?
No, so that teacher, that tweet that we posted when you guys were talking about that teacher, he deleted the tweet because the wrong, the wrong narrative was being said. So
about the bus, about the stripper pole bus.
Stripper pole, yeah. And he's went in this rant on social media and chat. It's great.
Yeah, so he said, over the last 24 hours, a lot of reporters have messaged me about an interview for a news story regarding the tweet I posted that went viral. While I find the attention amusing, I think it's worth reflecting on why the story particularly suddenly demands the voice of a teacher. There have been so many other important stories about there are a lot of educators on the pole. I'm just going to say that's how they get through. That's how they get through school, or at least in my experience, they've always told me that's why they're just doing this temporary while they get through teacher school. They're getting their education degree. I'm worried there's too much attention being paid to the tweet itself. Simply, blah, 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 blah. Says, I posted a sarcastic tweet about the bus, expecting only a few other teacher friends. And I literally mean 2 or 3 of mine to see it. But here we are. Well, that's how you go viral, son. You know what you should do? You should translate that into a career. Get it on stage, kid. Then write yourself a book called Am I Crazy? That's how it all starts. You just put one little video out in the front seat of your truck. Suddenly everybody's watching it. And then you're on Fox News and all these other things. And they actually give you a show on the Blaze.
You can pre-order it now.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So capitalize, my man. Watch Chad.com for all the fun stuff is. Justin Trudeau.
Oh, my gosh.
The Prime Minister of Canada.
He is such a little bitch.
He really is. So many things. He is like, if you look up beta male soy boy cuck, Justin Trudeau
to a T
will be there. But he's in blackface again. The unverified photo.
Wow.
I mean,
he is happy. He is so excited.
I mean, what is he? Who knew Aladdin was black or the genie?
Golly. Is he playing it up just a little bit? I don't think that it would
Aladdin,
that black was necessary.
Yeah.
That is blackface.
Obviously, he said this is deeply regrettable.
Double blackface.
I'm wary. Like, that is shoe polish. Yeah. That is Ted Danson blackface.
His face had to have broken out after he put all that.
Jolson. He was in the shower that night going, I'm never doing this shit again. But you would think, like, if you've ever done blackface and you're trying to get all that crap off and you're like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Apparently not for Justin. JT's going to do blackface multiple more times in his career. So
the last one was regrettable. This one was really regrettable.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's some Al Jolson stuff right there. Like, that's mammy.
That is so awkward.
I'm not going to say anything.
Did you see him the other day when he was stumbling over he was trying to say LGBT, Q, whatever, and he couldn't say it. He kept saying the wrong alphabet letters.
I didn't see that.
So good. I have to find it and show you.
LGBTQ and Latinx.
LGBR. He couldn't remember what they were. It was great.
Attaboy. You would think he knows, especially since he is one. Oh, my gosh.
I
got to sneeze again.
I love it. He is... Bless you.
AmericanBeautyBySarah.com.
Yeah. Thank you. Sneeze is not included.
You can't do blackface with your makeup.
No,
all right?
No, we do not have
American
we don't
Beauty
have
by
foundation
Sarah.
yet.
There's no H, but .com.
Thank you. Go get you some lipstick.
Yeah. Justin Trudeau's favorite.
Don't put it on your face.
Cosmetic
don't
line.
Do it.
How much equity do you have in your home? 50,000, 100,000? We don't know. You probably got a lot because you're, in that 1% Whoopi Goldberg talks about. Homeowners with more equity become a larger target for cyber thieves that want to steal your home's title. Home title theft is one of the fastest growing crimes. In fact, Home Title Lock, America's leader in home title protection, is alerting homeowners they could already be a victim. And not even know it. Here's how it goes down. First, cyber thieves search hundreds of public databases for high equity homes. They pull your home's online title, forge your signature stating you sold your home, take out loans using your equity, and you're not covered by insurance or banks or common identity theft programs. Protect your home, folks. It's your most valuable asset. Register your address right now to see if you're already a victim, and then receive a complete title history of your home. That's $100 value free. And by the way, that's an important thing, Chris. For like 2 years, I was getting calls about a home I didn't own, and they were convinced, I was getting letters about this address. It's like never lived there, anything like that. I'm telling you, you need a title history. You need to do this because it's kind of scary when they start calling on you.
Yeah. You're like, do I need to run
your
my
home's
credit?
in foreclosure. You need to talk to us. Find out these things. That's $100 value free. Go to HometitleLock.com. HometitleLock.com. Be right back. Welcome back. This is the D block of the Chad Prather Show. Sarah's favorite block is the D block.
It's for off air.
She loves the D. Remind me to never wear white again on this show. Keep Texas red. So many innuendos. Here's LGBTQ activist and proponent.
Yes.
Justin Trudeau. Here he goes.
Never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus kids' rights.
I'll never be ashamed of cabling Asian, Caucan, Black, and Puerto Rican
So bad.
gingers. Oh my Lord.
Oh God, there's too many of them.
So there's things that we scour the news to find all of these random things.
Oh geez, why
Actually,
now?
Chris does it. Ford's Theater. Of course, that is where Abraham Lincoln was shot and assassinated. They're accused of trying to re-assassinate Abe. Did you see this? There was a tweet about that.
Yes.
There's the tweet right there. Do you feel that as a nation, we put Abraham Lincoln on a pedestal? Yeah, they said. So, what do you think might be a more useful, more complex, and more realistic way to think about or memorialize the 16th president? This is a media account belonging to Ford's Theater, which incited mockery over last weekend, questioning why Lincoln has been put on a pedestal in American history. Arguably the greatest president in our history. John Wilkes Booth. These are responses. John Wilkes Booth assassinated Abraham Lincoln in Ford Theater in 1865 so that Ford Theater could assassinate his character 156 years later. Next up, Revisionism Hour. We have contributions from Dealey Plaza, the Buffalo Pan American Exposition in Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station, along with minor presentations from the Palace Hotel, San Francisco, and Warm Springs, Georgia, which was what Charles Cook of National Review mocked. That's smart. Let's see, the Atlantic's Connor Friedersdorf said, I feel that Abraham Lincoln belongs on a pedestal, and that is both useful and realistic to recognize him as one of the greatest political leaders in human history.
I'm like, what purpose would this serve? Does this social media person just want to be out of a job?
Yeah.
What relevance would Ford Theater still have?
Well, somebody said if I were Ford's Theater, I would probably be quiet on Lincoln.
Right. That's bizarre. My. So bizarre.
It really is. Like to make an issue out of everything. Like we could go around the room, probably like those logs that are in that fireplace over there. That is white birch right there. I don't understand. That is very racist.
That's not okay.
Why is the predominant color on my book, Am I Crazy, that you can pre-order now where books are available, why is it predominantly white with Nazi red?
I know the answer.
Do you?
Because you're a white Nazi.
Well, look at my shirt, no less.
There you go.
Look at my shirt.
Oh, what do
Keep
these have
Texas
in common?
Red.
There it is.
House Supreme. Supreme.
Figures from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Toxic white male.
I know. If you show, Mark, you don't have the bar. You can't show the empty bar, can you? Can you show that real quick? Oh, no, never mind. There you go. The empty man, the empty seat right there. But if somebody was sitting there, it'd be a white person. Yeah. I'm just telling you.
Of course it would.
It would be a white person.
Against the white.
Do we have something to make me feel guilty? We do. TikTok. Let's do it.
If you're a non-white person and you've dated a white person, stitch this and tell me the wildest thing they've ever said to you. I'll go first. I'm already going to break the rules because it's not necessarily something he said per se. It was a number of things, but it was more how I felt. He was the sweetest, nicest guy ever, okay? But like just typical cishet, able-bodied white man. Like so ignorant to the world outside of that perspective. To the point where I was like, okay, if we're gonna get more serious, I'm gonna have to make sure you're cultured. So I sat him down and we watched an episode of The Boondocks. And needless to say, he was a little traumatized. Anyways, a couple months went by and I was like, all right, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I could date a white man. I can't. And it was time to break up with him. Again, he was so nice. He was so freaking nice. But like, I was terrified of going over to break up with him. To the point where I sent a bunch of my friends my location and I was like, if I don't text you in an hour, come and get me, something's wrong. I genuinely thought he was gonna like lock me up in his basement. Granted, I had just recently watched the movie Get Out, but like white male rage is no joke. I was terrified.
Tell me how you want to never have a man in your life without saying you never want to have a man in your life.
She didn't even give any like supporting evidence of what she was saying.
She said it was all about how she felt.
Right. She didn't say what he actually said. She didn't say anything that he did to like give any sort of white rage vibes. She just felt that he was going to do these things.
Like, yeah, I'm going to lock you up in the
I feel like you're going to do something.
in the basement here. I just want to.
I don't think it's a.
Why don't you come over and let's boondocks and chill? Come over to the house. You can bring your husband. Bring Steven.
Okay.
Boondocks and chill. Oh, I don't want to block the cover of my book. Am I crazy? Which pre-order right now where books are available.
Don't manspread over that.
You know, this is the kind of crazy thing that I'm talking about here is we've got to get back to, and I hate using that overused Ben Shapiro idiom of facts over feelings. Nobody gives a shit about your feelings, right? The whole thing is like, okay, feelings have their place, but they were never meant to dominate. See, that's the thing. So let's take feelings, and I've often used therapy's for. I've used like happiness. Happiness is a feeling. Well, happiness, if your happenings happen to happen happily, you'll be happy. But if your happenings happen to happen unhappily, then you'll be unhappy. See how subjective feelings can be? They're all circumstantial. So maybe dude wasn't having a good day. Maybe his gel wasn't holding his hair. Maybe he didn't feel like watching Boondocks.
Maybe his girlfriend's a bitch.
Maybe you are an absolute and like maybe you were just put a target on his back because he's white. And you just had to find something wrong with the guy because you said he's the sweetest, nicest, greatest. And then, hey, girlfriend, listen, Becky, if I don't show up in the next hour, you probably want to check Noah's basement and see what's up because I'm probably down here.
You got the neck thing down,
girl.
Yeah, he does, right? It's not often you find a white man that can do that so well. Wow, that's impressive.
I just love seeing me over me. Right there.
I know.
It's like the little angel on my shoulder.
It does
wearing the straitjacket. Like there's a little angel over my shoulder. Let me get it right there. It's like, Chad, don't do the black girl imitation. And I'm like, bitch, fuck all that shit. Listen, bro, you dodged a bullet.
We are off the rails.
Listen, Gavin.
Yeah.
Whatever your white name is.
Gavin.
Chad. Listen, Whitfield. Next time Vanessa hollers. I can use that name. My first wife's name was Vanessa.
Yeah, there you go.
Next time she hollers, delete.
Yeah.
Send her straight to voicemail. Go ahead and block that.
Block.
Okay. She was cute too. She's a little done up.
She was a weird makeup thing.
She was
going
American on. Beauty by Sarah.com. Too much.
Yes, thank you. I was going to say I don't endorse that look.
Don't endorse that. I got more to tell you when we come back. I might even get myself in trouble. Hang tight. God, I start saying inappropriate things to you and your husband walks in the studio. It's ridiculous.
It's like the bat signal.
And I don't even feel awkward about it.
No, you shouldn't.
Weird. Hi, Steven.
Hey.
Oh, my gosh. Go to where podcasts are offered, specifically on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating and a review. Here's one from 406 LDY. 406 lady, that's Montana, right, Chris? Okay. Oh. That's area code 5 stars. Every episode. I love my governor's shirtless. Great show. Real talk.
Too.
Thank you, Chad, for keeping me sane. Well, darling, you are welcome.
There's nothing wrong with a governor being hot. Oh my God, here we go. I feel like we're back on my show.
Yeah. There it is.
Well, this has been an off the rails episode, ladies and gentlemen. We are.
I feel like Alex Jones. I'm starting to look like Alex Jones. This is insane. I'm literally starting to look like Alex Jones. Look.
Future governor of Texas, right here, just shaking his titties.
I know, just shake your boobies. That'll be the screenshot right there.
This is the governor right here
for the episode tonight. That'll be the thumbnail. Bam.
And you know what? We'll get more done than we did with Greg Abbott.
Ever.
Thank you.
WatchChat.com is where all the fun stuff is. Come see us tomorrow night in Seabrook, Texas at Barge 295. Me and Cooper Wade will be there. Limited seating, limited capacity. So it's going to be up close, intimate, and clothing optional. We'll see you after the weekend. Have a good one and stay safe. We love y'all. God bless. We'll talk to you then. ChatOnPlays.com. Bye.